WASA. Schools, are you ready? WASA. We in the know. WASA. We this to WASA.
WASA's 5th National Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O. WASA 50 years and beyond.
This year we talking history.
The history of WASA, the water and wastewater sector, and future plans.
WASA. So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know with H2O. WASA 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know with H2O. WASA.
WASA, water security for every sector. Deliver it, sustain it.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Vernon Ramison. Welcome to the quarterfinal round of WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. Broadcast live from WASA's Public Education Center in St. Joseph. And of course, we're coming to you on the #1 station for local programming, CTV. 16 schools participated in the preliminaries, but only 8 made it to this point in the competition. They are St. Joseph Convent St. Joseph, Bishop Anstey High School, Port of Spain, San Juan South Secondary, Hillview College, Vishnu Boys Hindu College, Swaha Hindu College, St. Mary's College, and Presentation College, Chaguanas. Who will be the first school to make it to the semi-final round? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. But first, the rules.
The buzzer should only be tapped after the moderator finishes reading the question. If the buzzer is tapped prior to the moderator completing the question will automatically be passed to the opposing team. There are 5 rounds of competition. During rounds 1 to 4, students are restricted from communicating with each other. Participant 1 on either team will answer question 1 alone. Participant 2 on either team will answer question 2, etc. If any student is found answering another's question, the student will be disqualified. 100 points will be awarded for all correct answers. 0 points will be awarded for incorrect answers and for partially correct answers. The judges will decide to award 50 or 75 points or ask for clarification towards awarding the total of 100. Teams can earn a maximum of 2,000 points, that is 20 questions by 100 points. If a team is asked a question and does not answer it correctly, the question will be handed over to the other team to answer. If the second team answers correctly, they are awarded 50 points, that is half of the points. The judges can also award 25 points for a partially correct answer. During round 5, students can collaborate as this round offers team questions and hence the answer can be discussed. Questions will be posted to the teams individually. After the host reads the question, a total of 15 seconds will be given to participants to collaborate and begin their response. If a team fails to begin their response within the allotted 15 seconds, 0 points will be awarded for the question. The judge's decision is final.
Those were the rules, and now your judges. Joining us today is Head Judge Roger Karam, Senior Manager Regulatory and Emergency Management. Sarah Jade Gavaya, Environmental Specialist. And Ruben George, Public Education Officer. And as usual, they're all employees of WASA. Now, as you know, WASA's National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition has grown famous for its lucrative cash prizes and uniquely designed trophies. This season is no different. This year, teams are competing for the top prize of $100,000 in cash for their school, and a chance to join Bishop's High School, Tobago, San Fernando Central Secondary School, Presentation College, Chaguanas, and Naprima Girls High School, San Fernando, in the In the Know with H2O Hall of Fame. Who will it be? You'll have to stick around until the end of the series to find that out. In today's matchup, we have 2 schools that toppled their opponents in the prelims, inching 1 step closer to the grand prize. They are St. Joseph Convent St. Joseph and Bishop Anstey High School, Port of Spain. Team captains, the floor is yours. Daniel Downs of St. Joseph Convent St. Joseph. Tell us who's on your team.
My teammates are Shalini Ramjet, Dana Baliram, and Shara Suku.
Thank you very much. And Aliyah Cumberbatch of Bishop Anstey High School, Port of Spain. Tell us who your teammates are.
Aliyah, Safia, Leah, and Akila.
Thank you very much. We take a short break right now, but when we return, the action begins. Keep it locked on CTV or stream with us on ctntworld.com. WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. We'll be right back.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know with H2O. WASA.
When they run the pipeline and they put on the water in the tap, everybody feels so good that you know water after so many years.
I talked to all my neighbors and they were so happy to know that we getting water.
Now I don't have no problem like this. I'm glad that I have running water for me and for my daughter.
WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources on earth. Without water, the little things you do will be almost impossible to accomplish, and your life will never be the same. Don't waste water. Fix your leaking tank and leaking taps. Use a bucket or a watering can instead of a hose. Don't leave your tap running. Only wash large loads of clothes. And remember to only use what you need to get the job done. Water we need. Don't waste it. A message from the Water and the Sewerage Authority.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know with H2O. WASA.
Welcome back to WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond, on the #1 station for local programming, CTV. Before we begin, teams, here's a recap of this season's topics. History of the water sector. History of the wastewater sector. Social, economic, and leadership impacts. Future plans beyond 24/7 and 2015. And corporatization. Quarterfinal 1, round 1, history of the water sector begins now. So if I can have Danielle Downs of St. Joseph Convent and Aaliyah Cumberbatch come forward for the first question. Multiple choice, please wait till I've read all the multiple choice options. Which of the following is WASA's total water production per day in 2015? A, 270 million gallons per day, B, 220 m.g.d, C, 185 m.g.d, or D, 244 m.g.d? Bishops.
244 million gallons daily.
Absolutely correct. Well done. And now Sophia and Shalini. During the pipe-laying phase of the Maraval Waterworks, a bitter legal battle ensued between Sir Charles Elliott and the owners of which estate? Bishops.
The Champs-Élysées estate.
Judge's pronunciation?
We'll accept that for 100 points.
Thank you very much. Champs-Élysées estate. And now Dana and Leah, your turn. Again, it's multiple choice. Wait till I've read all of the choices at the end. How long did the development works done on the Hillsborough East River take to complete? A, 10 years, B, 6 years, C, 2 years, or D, 3 years? Bishops.
D, 3 years.
That's incorrect. I'll pass it over to St. Joseph.
C, 2 years.
That is also incorrect. The answer is B, 6 years. And now, Akila and Shara. Multiple choice. Wait till I've read all the choices. Which waterworks in Tobago was commissioned in 1967? A, Courland Waterworks, B, Hillsborough West Water Treatment Plant, C, Charlotteville Water Treatment Plant, or D, Richmond Waterworks? St. Joseph Convent.
D, Richmond Waterworks.
That is correct. And that brings us to the end of the first round. So without further delay, let's dive into round 2, the history of the wastewater sector. Once again, team captains, come forward, Aaliyah and Danielle. Which wastewater treatment plant served as a pilot for WASA's 1999 adoption model for privately owned wastewater plants? St. Joseph.
Edinburgh 500 Wastewater Treatment Plants.
Absolutely correct. Well done. And now Shalini and Sophia. Which was the first WASA wastewater treatment facility to utilize ultraviolet UV radiation to disinfect plant effluent? Bishops.
The Pizza Wastewater Treatment Plant.
Absolutely correct. And once again, Leah and Dana. The major island-wide sewage project conducted in the 1960s focused on providing centralized wastewater systems to which areas? St. Joseph Convent.
Port of Spain, San Fernando, Arima, Point Fortin, and Scarborough.
Judges.
We'll accept the answer for 100 points.
Well done. Port of Spain, San Fernando, and Arima. And finally, Shara and Aquila. Here's your question. Coming out of a study by Safege Consulting Engineers in 2005, 5 regional wastewater treatment plants were identified for the east-west corridor. Name any 2. St. Joseph.
Sagre Grande Wastewater Treatment Plant and De Maloney Wastewater Treatment Plant.
Those are 2 of them. Well done. The other answers were Bamboo, Prince City, and Malabar. The teams have tested their knowledge in the first 2 rounds, but there's still 3 more to go. We take a short break and come back with the scores. This is WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know with H2O. WASA.
Right now, we getting water all on the mountain top, you understand? Real water, water you can make a big man cry then, you understand?
We are getting water on time, water galore till it bursts in pipe. Thank you, WASA.
Thank you to WASA for the water that they ran on the hill.
WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources in the world by filling up the sink when we wash our dishes, taking shorter showers, and by fixing leaking water tanks. We can save millions of gallons of water every day and still get the job done. Remember, we need water because without water, your life will never be the same. Water, use only what you need. A message from WASA.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know with H2O. WASA.
You're viewing WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond, on the #1 station for local programming, CTV. Thanks for staying with us. Before the break, we were treated to a competitive start to today's matchup. So without further delay, here are the standings thus far. St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph, 400 points. Bishop Anstey High School, Port of Spain, 300 points. Now the competition is still fresh, so there's still plenty of time to pull ahead. With 3 more rounds to go, let's head straight into round 3, where we'll test the students' knowledge on social, economic, and leadership impacts. Once again, team captains Danielle Downs and Aaliyah Cumberbatch. Let's go into round 3. Multiple choice, please wait till I've read all the choices. What was the Water Inquiry Board of 1942 established to investigate? A, water shortages, B, water tariff structure, C, water sourcing policy, or D, water riots? Bishops.
D, water riots.
That is incorrect. Hand it over to St. Joseph.
A, water shortages.
That is correct. Well done. And now Sophia and Shalini. Name 4 stakeholders that the Water Resources Agency collaborates with in making decisions towards the sustainability of the country's water resources. St. Joseph.
The EMA, the ODPM, the Meteorological Services, and the Ministry of Food Production, Land and Water Resources.
Judges?
We'll award 75 points.
All right, well done. You can see all the proper answers up on the screen there. Now it's time for Dana and Leah. Multiple choice again. Please wait till I've read all the choices. When did WASA begin using the software ALSI, Assets, Liabilities, Capital, Income, and Expenses? A, 1994, B, 1997, C, 1996, or D, 1995? St. Joseph.
C, 1996.
Absolutely correct. Well done. And now Shara and Aquila. Here's a fun one for both of you. What was the name of the former Miss World and Miss Universe representative from Trinidad and Tobago who was also an employee of WASA? Bishop.
Kanisha Tom.
Absolutely correct. Well done. We're fast approaching the final round of competition. Good luck, teams. Questions on future plans beyond 24/7 and 2015 make up round 4, and that starts now. Danielle Downs and Aaliyah Cumberbatch, your turn again. Multiple choice here. Which of the following was not an issue impacting supply and demand in 2010? A, minimal investment in development of new water resources. B, aged transmission and distribution mains. C, water production greater than water demand. Or D, lack of an aggressive leakage management plan. Bishops.
A, minimal investment in development of new water sources.
That is incorrect. Over to St. Joseph.
D, lack of an aggressive leakage management plan.
That is also incorrect. The answer is C, water production greater than water demand. Now you know. Okay, Shalini and Sophia, your turn. The expansion of the Point Lisas Desalination Plant increases production from 30 million gallons per day, m.g.d., to how much? Bishops.
40 million gallons per day.
That is correct. And Dana and Leah, please spare our buzzers the violence. Multiple choice again. Fill in the blank. In January 2013, WASA began stockpiling pipeline equivalent to 38,468 blank. A, feet, B, meters, C, lengths, D, kilometers. St. Joseph.
D, kilometers.
That is incorrect.
B,
Leah?
meters.
That is also incorrect. C, lengths. Finally, Shara and Akila. Multiple choice again. Wait till I've read all the options. Which of the following 24/7 projects has already been completed? A, construction of Beetham Water Reuse Plant. B, construction of Savonetta Booster Pump Station. C, the replacement of the Hollis Trunk Main from Laventil to Hollis Reservoir. Or D, the refurbishment of Corland Water Treatment Plant. St. Joseph.
B, construction of the Savonetta Booster Pump Station.
That is incorrect. Bishops.
D, refurbishment of Corland Water Treatment Plants.
Also incorrect. Answer is C, the replacement of the Hollis Trunk Main from Laventil to Hollis Reservoir. With only one round to go, who will be the first school to enter the semi-final rounds of the competition? Stay tuned to CTV, WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition. In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond, will be back in a flash.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the Know with H2O, WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the Know with H2O, WASA.
I hear my son waking me about 10 and tell me, Ma, get up, look at our water, look, we get water in the pipe.
We managed to get a nice water supply. I wouldn't lie, that is the best thing I ever see happen in this beach area and community.
WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources in the world. By filling up the sink when we wash our dishes, taking shorter showers, and by fixing leaking water tanks, we can save millions of gallons of water every day and still get the job done. Remember, we need water because without water, your life will never be the same. Water, use only what you need. A message from WASA.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the Know with H2O, WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the Know with H2O, WASA.
We're moments away from finding out who will be the first school to make it to the semi-final round. Thanks for staying with us here on WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. Streaming live on ctntworld.com. Before we go any further, here's the tally thus far. St. Joseph Convent St. Joseph, 625. Bishop Anstey High School, Port of Spain, 500. Well, now that you have a clearer idea of the standings, let's move on to the final round of today's competition. In this round, students are reminded that they can collaborate with their team in order to come up with your answers. The final round of competition, corporatization, begins now. Good luck, everyone. Bishop Anstey High School, you won the toss earlier and have elected to go first. So the first question goes to Bishop Anstey. Here it is. Name one of the key factors that led to Singapore's Public Utilities Board, PUB, achieving efficient water pollution control and urban catchment management.
The public were able to get parts of shares.
Judges?
That is incorrect.
St. Joseph, you can take a stab at it.
Integrated land use planning.
Judges?
That is correct.
And you can see the other answers up on the screen as well. Staying with you, St. Joseph. Identify two critical success factors of the Metropolitan Water and Sewage Services of Manila.
Political will and delineation of powers.
Judges?
That is incorrect.
Pass it over to Bishop.
They had a strong water sector and action plan.
Judges?
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect.
And you can see the correct answers up on the screen there, you at home. Staying with bishops, question 3. Which of the following has been performed by WASA's Corporate Governance Task Force? A, development and approval of a code of ethics and business conduct. B, establishment of a system-wide accounting. C, development of an emergency disaster plan. Or D, implementation of a public sector complaint system.
A, development and approval of a code of ethics and business conduct.
Absolutely correct. And the final question in the round, back to St. Joseph. Which of the following is an internal governance arrangement for a corporatized utility? A, the operations and performance of the board and utility must be transparent to the public, fostering a reputation of integrity. B, the role of the board and management must be clearly defined and documented. C, there must be an established system of personnel incentives based on achievement of targets. Or D, all of the above.
D, there must be an established system of personnel incentives based on achievement of targets. Or D, all of the above, sorry.
Judges.
We'll accept the answer.
It was, in fact, D, all of the above. And that, my friend, is the end of today's quarterfinal matchup. We'll soon know who's emerged victorious and whose thrilling journey has come to an end. But first, we need to take a short pause, then we come back with the final scores. This is WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know with H2O. WASA.
In just 4 short years, the level of 24/7 water distribution has changed dramatically from 18% to an impressive 73%. The accelerated infrastructural development conducted across the country has ensured that many areas received water for the very first time.
Very happy when we got water for the very first time in life.
Thank God we get some water now.
Everything is a whole lot better.
Look, we get water in the pipe.
So happy. We cannot express how happy we are.
Now I don't have no problem again.
Celebrating the joy now flowing across the country.
Informing and educating the nation, especially the young ones, about water, how it's won and processed, and how it should be protected are just a few of our major responsibilities here at the Public Education Center. The enjoyable learning environment, cultivating conservation habits, developing healthy relationships, and giving our public an appreciation of the environment in which we produce water. WASA's PEC, the region's only public education center on water.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know it is to WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know it is to WASA.
Welcome back to WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition in the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond, live on CTV and streaming on ctntworld.com. In a few seconds, we'll reveal the scores and know which one of these two remarkable teams will move forward to the semi-finals. Whichever of you make it through, please know that you both made your respective schools very proud. Judges, the final scores, please. St. Joseph, 775 points. Bishop Anstey High School, Port of Spain, 600. Congratulations to St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph. And well done as well, Bishop Anstey. Well, good luck to the remaining schools. I'm Vernon Ramesar. Join us again tomorrow at 5 on CTV or streaming live on ctntworld.com for quarterfinal round 2, where we'll see Vishnu Boys Hindu School College square off against Swaha Hindu College on WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition in the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. Bye for now, and thanks for viewing.
What's up, schools? Are you ready? What's up? We in the know. What's up? We this to What's up?
WASA's 5th National Schools Quiz Competition in the Know with H2O. WASA 50 years and beyond.
This year we're talking history.
The history of WASA, the water and wastewater sector, and future plans.
WASA. So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know it is to WASA 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know it is to WASA.
WASA, water security for every sector. Deliver it, sustain it.